Welcome to the Right Renovation. Keep motivated and stay on board. Okay, so it's day one. I couldn't actually live with the garden being like it was. It's such a mess. So I decided I was going to clear up that outside, get as many of them brambles from around the garage and sides, get them in the skip, get all the crap that I could find that was lying around the garage at the back and the sides and on the grass, and get it to some sort of order where I can spray all the grass with weed killer, kill it off, and ready for some gravelling or something like that. But I'll give you a little look round now of what I've achieved, and I did miss actually doing some, but there you go.
So guys, that's been a long day with brambles. I hate brambles. Worst thing ever. Cuts all over, even though I was double gloved, but it's done. Please have a look. The garden is nice and clear now. All the rubbish has gone into the skip that was knocking about. Had a good sweep up. If you remember earlier on the time lapse, I actually missed me clearing this off for some reason. I'm new at this game, so bear with me. But yeah, it's all the brambles have gone. See, I've still got some there, but I've weed killered them. I've got a weed killer that's really strong, and it will do that in a week or two, maybe 3 weeks. So I didn't really need to touch that at the minute, because all this grass is going to be killed. And it's going to be gravelled with some nice stepping stones in it. I was speaking to my lad earlier about it, and he's going to make sure we have something kind of nice and decorative. So I've hit my goal of what I needed to do today, so I'm quite chuffed. All the rubbish is out of the garden, all the brambles have gone. Tomorrow, or maybe the day after, the son's bringing me wheelbarrow, and I've got to wheelbarrow all this lot up, because this is just one big block of concrete, so it will be a decent sized area when it's done. And my lad's going to help me lift 3 new panels into there, which are still down there. One painted, but my mum likes to paint then, so I might get her on that for put with. I need to clear behind here lots of soil, lots of barrows, but that's concrete, so that'll come off, and it's concrete under there. So I want it all away from the garage, because obviously it's no good, that's holding water and soaking into the garage. So yeah, thanks for watching. While I've got you, please subscribe, like and subscribe to the channel, to Writer's Renovation. Please follow me on my journey. Thank you very much. Okay, so we've put this was all blank, if you remember from the first video. You could just walk straight through there and it would see through. So we thought we'd make that a bit more secure. So stuck up a featherboard fence and gate, pretty sturdy, and that's made that secure. So now go through the gate, put a rim lock on it, which is one of them. Not sure what the rim lock is. They're okay sort of lock for what you are, but like we said, we're doing this renovation on a budget. There you go. So that's that. We did pan off both them sides so it looked better. Been painted. Got a bit of a touch up about here. So if you remember, the whole garden was covered in brambles, which I took down from all that area. I cleared all them, as you saw on the time-lapse video. We've put 3 new panels in there, which I said we was going to do. We've braced them because one of the posts was a bit loose. So we actually braced across there with a big brace. There's my mum's dog. So I do a bit of dog sitting today, that's Candy. She'll be with me doing a lot of this. As you know, all this area was full of rubbish. All this was full of brambles. Still got a few brambles there, but I've killed them off with some weed killer. I've killing the grass off because that's all coming up. And I've cleared the whole way around. This was 6 inch deep of mud and all sorts. You wouldn't believe what I got out there, everything but the kitchen sink. Took a lot of the earth back on there, the rest of it's gone in the skip. Obviously you can see this fence, which we will repair, or not repair, replace the whole lot. But we're now, this was even deeper in mud, so that's all gone now, and I've not got anything seeping into the garage. So we're well on track. That's all clear. So that's made it more manageable for us to continue with the house. So join me for the bathroom.
Hi everyone, as promised, it's bathroom day. I've been kind of dreading this, but it's the first room I always do, and there's going to be a lot to do. Looking at it, I've got to reconfigure it. I don't know if you remember from last time, but we are going to reconfigure it. So let's see what we're going to do. So, as you probably remember from last time, this bathroom used to be downstairs, so it took some space from this bedroom and cut into there. I think this used to be a cupboard or just an upstairs toilet, but there's no windows, so it's a bit gloomy, so we're going to brighten all that up. We've got to clear all this rubbish from under the bath. We're going to have all the tiles off, the shower off. My plan is, hopefully, we're going to have a quadrant shower here, which looks like there used to be one. If you look where the old lino used to go round. So I'm going to put 1000 by 800 quadrant shower in there. Then I might move my toilet to there facing this way, or I'm going to make an alcove in there and put the sink in there. But if I move the toilet from there and put that there facing that way, and put my sink there, that opens up all this room, so you're not limboing to get on the toilet. The sink is too big for it being there, but if it's there or there, it'll be out of the way. And I think I'll make it better. I might move this from behind the door, because it's never good to have behind the door, because the door was bashing against that, and you don't want that bashing against your plumbing. So I might consider moving that slightly further down. You get the floorboards up and doing that. I've been looking for isolation valves. Biggest bugbear of mine is on these renovations is not having isolators to switch your water off. We've got one for the toilet. We have not got one for the sink. And let's have a look under the bath. We have 0. And that's for the shower too. Obviously the shower pipes will be behind the wall. They've TP'd us off for the bath. So we're going to have to do some plumbing. So I'll probably re-pipe all that, hopefully. Use a bit of my soldering skills, which are limited, but I can solder, and I'll show you that. So you see, I know everybody could probably do better, but it does the job, it works. And well, I think it does a better job than all these push fits. Push fits are great to get you out of a hole, but not the best. The drain does leak from what I can see in the kitchen, so we'll see what happens with that. We've already got a nice hole in there. And if you remember when I was telling you about the stink pipe running up there, that we was going to box that in and put the sink outside of it. So I'm not completely decided which one yet, but that's the way we're going to go. So I think first job, take this door off, because it's going to be in my way. No point it being on at the minute. Take the door off and start getting some of this crap out of here. I'll probably put it on time lapse because it's going to be a bit boring just watching me pull all this out, but when it gets to doing the plumbing and that, I'll come back. Okay guys, so we're getting there. What I've done is find the best way to get a bath out when it's all cemented in like this is to drop the legs right off and tuck them off and knock the bath downwards, and it'll pretty much drop out. Before I go any further, what I've done
brought a torch. There you can see. Okay. You can see in there. What I've had to do is pop the flex blowers off the John Guest T-pieces. So it's left me a bit of pipe sticking out. What I'm going to do is, because the other ones, I'm not sure what make they are, the grey ones, the flow glass, something like that. They're really a lot more difficult to get off because John Guest has got the release collar around there, which you want to do. Then just press the collar in, the pipe comes out. So what I'm going to do is take the pipes out of them two flexible hoses, pop two stoppers on them, two 15mm stoppers, and push them back in the pipes. That then secures us up. I can put the water back on. My mum's downstairs doing what she does and doing the finest job of doing some titivating of the mess I make. She's an absolute godsend. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll pop them back on, make it secure, get the water back on. Then I'm going to bash this bath out. But for some reason, up there somewhere is the only place it's being held. I can't understand why. But I shall get some welly and we'll see if we can get it out. Well, nothing's ever easy. That bath about killed me getting it downstairs. It's only a little turn. We got it out, but look what we're left with. Ho ho! Well, what can I say? I think that's been leaking a while. What it is, I put a little thin, like 5mm hardboard down all over the floor, which has probably saved the actual floorboards a bit. Obviously they've been butchered away. That is rancid. I think what I'll do is I'll take out all this hardboard here. This bit, where the toilet is, doesn't seem too bad. So I'm gonna whop all them out, swap all that out, and then I've got to get to thinking about the plumbing, because there's no way a quadrant shower is going in there with them pipes sticking out like they are. So that is going to take some rejigging. Be first for me to do something this kind of intense. Normally, it's pretty simple when you do stuff like this, but I'm finding this one's a challenge. I mean, that I think is the hot and cold for the sink, which will be okay if I'm putting my sink in this alcove, because like I said to you, my planning was, I can actually see it now, the stink pipe goes up there, which is your toilet waste. I call it stink pipe. It's your toilet waste that takes it up to vent out in your roof, which leaves a nice little alcove in there, which I think the sink will fit in. So that will kind of go away in there, and the shower will come to there, which will be plenty of room to stand there and put the sink there, and then I haven't got to mess with the toilet. If I can take that drain out of that boss there, cap it off, I've got to box that in while I'm doing all this boxing in, because this is all going to have to come out. I'm going to have to reframe it, plasterboard it and tile it the best I can. Plastering I don't do. There's an art's plastering, as everybody knows. So I leave that to the professionals, because if you can't plaster it, it looks a bodge. This shower doesn't work at all. Not sure why. I've got one that I can use, so I can do a quick swap with that, which will be great. I like the rainfall showers. I don't like the ones in the corner, especially in cubicles, because it has to come down at an angle. So we'll kind of swap that out for the cheapest rainfall shower, where it comes out and points down above your head. I've got a new extractor that I had from a house that I never used, which I can stick in there. These lights, you can get a great little bathroom light for like 15 quid from Screwfix. That's the old filament bulb, takes 10 minutes to warm up job. These are LEDs now, and they're great for in the bathroom. So either that, or I might put some bathroom downlighters in, because it needs brightening up. No windows in here, so My only other option is that space above the door, which is only plasterboard, is take that out and put a little window in. So we get the window from the hallway naturally coming in to the bathroom, which I think would be a nice touch. If I can get something to put in there that ain't too expensive, I could do that. So, I'm going to have all these tiles off. That's my plan for today. Get the tiles off, get the rest of the rotten floor up, and I'll probably call it a day. That's my goal for today. And then we'll look at this issue. Please join me then. So it's the next day, as you can see. We're ripping out all the area around the stink pipe so we can create that like inset corner for a sink to go in. The floorboards were a lot more rotten than I thought. More rotten? Yeah, they were more rotten than I thought. I didn't really want to take out so many. You'll see me pondering whether to take any more out, but yeah, I took a lot out. It needed to move. I wanted to put brand new flooring in there because we've got a shower going in there. So yeah, a lot more than I thought, and we uncovered a lot of mess, but it's sorted. This has been today's work. As you can see, I've actually decided, as you know, I'm very undecided in most things I do, but I've decided the sink is going to go there. Not this sink, because it won't fit. It's just a bit too wide. So I'll use the pedestal, but I'm going to put a smaller sink in there, which you don't need a massive sink in bathrooms, I don't think. Put a sink in there because there is already a waste outlet there, which is great. My hot and cold room there, so I can just cut them off there, run them up to the wall and come straight up, hot and cold, into the sink. So that works perfect. That's the waste for the shower that's going to go in. I can cut that there at some point and run it to wherever I need to. My biggest problem is these pipes. I'm going to keep that pipe there and that pipe there, and I'm going to have to somehow reroute these down and up through the wood, just so I can get my floor on top and get me piece of board in there, which I can then tile, and then I'm going to tile over. That's what I've decided, because I took this out, which about killed me because it all come off in one piece, and it was oh so big. But I got it downstairs and in the skid. But this wall that somebody's put, this studded wall to make this bathroom, is quite flimsy. When I started banging on the tiles, I could hear everything rattling next door, and I thought, what damage am I going to do taking all these off? I've had my spirit level on it. It's not the plumbister walls. Slightly leans in. This wall's not too bad. So what I thought is, I'm going to get all the sealants off. I'm going to patch up that once it's done. Patch up that. Patch up in there and there. I'm going to make a box around the pipe. And I'm going to tile over the whole lot with my tiles. And I think that'll be the best way forward to do it. So I need some 18mm OSB or chipboard or whatever to put down there. I need to put that down, mock fit it, just dry fit it, get all my piping right, get my piping in, get this alcove made around that. That will slightly be in the way. I'm going to have that just sticking out of the boxing, but nothing I can do about that. But it's very convenient there. I might be able to work with that cap in there and get it turned another 45 degrees that way. We should be okay. So yeah, it has got like 2 or 3mm hardboard on top. This bit's pretty good. Just obviously see where it just started going there. So I will probably put 18mm chipboard down and finish it off with the hardboard. Once everything's in and I'm happy, everything's watertight, everything's working perfect, put it down, then I'm going to have a nice flat floor. And I think I might laminate this flooring, because I like to see a bit of laminate flooring in bathrooms rather than just lino sometimes. It just feels a bit warmer. So, and that'd be really easy to laminate, I think. So if not, I have got some lino, so I'd be daft not to use it, because I'm doing this renovation on a budget. So yeah, come on Chris, shut up. We'll have the lino down in here that I've got, and we'll see how it goes. So please join me on the next one when it's Plumbing 101. But it will be plumbing with a twist, probably. Speak to you soon. Bye.